boy, it's raining outside. Hello, everyone in YouTube world. This is Heath. It is the Groovy Gold Hunter, and it is Hey Dirt review time. So I was going to do my Mount Baker Mining and Metals, the crushed ore that I've already crushed and panned. I was going to smelt that today. Weather said, no, you're not. So I'm going to have to hold, I'm going to have to hold off on that. But I got pay dirt, so we can always do a review. And we are going to do that right after the intro. So roll it now. So I've had this pay dirt for a while, and it's time to pan it. The reason why I've been putting it off is because it's a pretty big one as far as pay dirt itself, not as gold, I wish. It's a pretty big bag, so I've held off on it. I've done it, I think, back in July. The second time I've ever bought from this guy, and I'm fixing to show you who I'm talking about. But I'm trying to get my stuff straight as I'm talking to you. Didn't really come prepared, but I wanted to at least get this pay dirt started. But this is who I'm talking about. I got to be careful with the bag, too. That guy. Oh, well.
That guy right there.
It is Brad's Bucket, and this is a 1 gram guaranteed bag of gold. And it's a big one. Yeah, I think it weighs 3 pounds. It came with a note. There's the sticker. So here's the note. It says, "Hey, thank you again for your order and your kind words on YouTube. I hope this note is easier to read. Hope you're feeling better and wish you luck with the brew. I'm glad I'm not panning it. Sincerely, Scribble." I guess Brad. So, yeah, the first time I panned his pay dirt, he sent me a card, and I couldn't read his card, and I put that on YouTube, so I guess he wrote it neater so I could read it. And the last time I did his review, I came back from the cruise that I took, and I had COVID. So let's talk about the pay dirt. Like I said, it's guaranteed 1 gram. This is what I don't like about what he does. And this is just my opinion. It's not that big of a deal, but he sends a picture of the gold. For me at least, part of gold panning is the not knowing. You know what I mean? I guess I get why he does it, because he wants to make sure you get all of the gold. And if you got, say, 1.002, then you're missing 0.003 grams of gold. But I don't like knowing what's already in there. My opinion, I would much rather just him guarantee a gram of gold and me be surprised at the end. So, like I said, it's a big bag. We're going to pour it in a bowl. We're going to need a big bowl. And yeah, like I always do, classify it. Then we will pan it, take it upstairs, weigh it, get an ROI, all that good stuff. Let's pan down. And after I pour this in a bowl, before I classify it, I'll let you know how much I paid for it, where I got it, and all that good stuff. And read the description if there is one. And like most pay dirt bags, it's in a coffee bag. It does have like a little clear window right on the side of it, which is unique. But let's pour it in. I don't know why I just did that. I sat there and pointed it to a camera that it wasn't at the angle. This is what I was talking about. It's got a little window on the side, which is different. I've never seen one like that, but that's pretty cool. And he put a bunch of little mini stickers on there. It says Brad's Bucket. All right, there it is. There is the pay dirt. We have got a lot of pay dirt. So I got this pay dirt. I'll tell you when I bought it, because like I said, I've had it for a while. And I got it off the Shop app. I like the Shop app because there are a few pay dirt companies that use that. If you buy a big bag, you can cut it up into payments, or you can just pay it in full. It seems when I buy it off the Shop app, I get a better deal versus eBay. I bought another Mount Baker Mining and Metals 20-pound thing of his gold ore, and it was cheaper on the Shop app than it was on eBay. So I think I paid like $170 for it on eBay. I got it again, it was like $150, $155 or something like that. So that's why I like using this app. Plus it's a lot quicker to me, it seems, to get the pay dirt. But that really just depends on the seller. Whew, I'm babbling. Sorry, I'm trying to find it. Okay, so yeah, I paid $125 for it. Shipping was free, and tax was $12.19. It made it a grand total of $137.19. So let me read you the description. Oh, and this is the Witch's Brew as well. I found his bag. He is sold out, which is why I wasn't on the Shop Pay app. But I got on his website. Right now, it is going for $143 a bag, and he sold out, so it doesn't matter anyway. But see how the gold prices keep jumping up. So here is the description. The OG experience. Need that relaxing afternoon of panning, but want to find a nice golden smile? Look no further than 1 gram of gold lovingly added to over 3 pounds of dirt from the Bukit, a mixture of local dirt from southern Ohio and my own mailbox tailings. You may also find some small garnets, peridot pieces, iron pyrite, or even a quartz point. Gold should be around 15-30 mesh in size, and that's that. There's the description, and let's get to classifying it. All right, got my bucket, got my classifier adapter. Let's start with the 4 mesh. I don't know how much big material will be in here, but this is a lot of dirt, so there should be some 4 mesh in here. Let's pour it in. Very dry and very dusty, if you couldn't tell by the dust coming out of it right now. Shaky, shaky. And not a whole lot in there, but there's the 4 mesh. I'm going to fast forward the rest because this is a ton of dirt, and if I don't, it will take forever. So let's go fast. And just like that, I am done classifying and cleaning my table. I'll tell you one thing, I've got so much dust in this garage from where I pan and it just floats around. I either need some kind of dust sucking system like a clean air purifier or something. All right, we have got the classifications done, and there they are. There are 7 of them. We got a lot of dirt, that's why there's 7 of them. We will start with the biggest, which is everything +4 mesh, followed by the 10 mesh, then the 20 mesh, the 40 mesh, the 60 mesh, the -60 plus 110 mesh, and all of that dust is -110. We're going to get rid of that first because there's nothing in there but rocks, a couple pieces of quartz. We'll get that out of the way first. Then we'll come over here and then we'll go all the way up to 10 mesh. So there it is. I'm done for the night. I will see you guys tomorrow. It is late. I've got this part done. I'm going to finish cleaning up a little bit more, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye. And it is another day. Welcome back. Guess who I brought with me? I forced him to come with me. It's Fritzy. Say hi, Fritzy. You know? Okay. But anyway, we're fixing to start doing our pay dirt, and we'll start with the +4 mesh. There's nothing but rocks in there, so we'll get that out of the way. Plus, I'll show you all of the magnetics that I pulled out last night. Say bye. All right, I'll put you down. The world is your oyster. Do as you wish, and if you see any bugs, kill them for me. And there is that beautiful bin of water, and here are the magnetics. Now I know why Brad, in his note, put, "I'm glad I'm not panning this." Lots of magnetics in there, a ton, especially in the -110. It was a buttload in the -110. So that took me an extra hour or so just to get the magnetics out. So there's the 4 mesh. There's nothing in there. There is, however, 1 piece of quartz. So that goes into the quartz bowl. Almost said bin bowl bottle. And here it is, the -110. We're going to do a little semi-test. That was probably more than I wanted to put in there. Let me stratify it real quick and then we'll pan it. All right, and here it is. Okay, so I don't know if my camera's catching this, but it is black sands and what I believe is mica. I don't know. It's very shiny glitter coming off the pan as well. So that is good enough. Let's do a quick tap. Yeah, it looks like gold glitter. Oh, there is some gold in there. We'll get I'll get a phone shot of it and show you what I'm talking about, because a phone shot will do better than this GoPro. But there it is. Very, very fine gold right through there, and then you see all this glitter and stuff. Let's see what we can show you here. So I'm gonna go 3 times and I'll show you the gold first. There's the gold, and And you can see that spread all through the pan. But then let's look back here. Okay, so looking at it really close, it looks more silver than it did gold. But the way it reflects off of the light really is deceiving. Let me go 10 times.
It's pyrite. Pyrite. It's the dreaded pyrite.
Yeah, I don't see any gold. I'll repan it anyway. There's looks like a little piece of gold. And then there is the gold. So yeah, I'll suck that up, repan it, and then I'll stratify the next pan of the -110, and then we'll pan it. And I'm ready to pan the second. All right, here we go. So there's the next batch, and definitely going to repan all this to make sure that I didn't miss any. All right, so for the last pan of the -110, I switched to my blue pan because the surface on the bottom of the pan isn't as rough as the green one. In other words, there's not as many scars on it. So I'm hoping that the glitter stuff will glide off, come back easier, and the gold will still stay. But probably what's gonna happen is the gold and the glitter is gonna go back when I start panning it back. We'll see. Tap it back, see what I did. So the slicker pan helps. It helped a lot because look at all that gold. It's really spread out, but that's all gold. And I'm going to go ahead and suck that up. I'm not going to get a shot of it just because I want to get it in my snuffer bottle, and then I'll repan all this. Okay, we're on the +110 -60, and I've got the worst song in the history of songs in my head, and I cannot get it out. It's driving me crazy, and that is what the song is called. She drives me crazy. I won't help. She drives me crazy. I can't help myself. Oh, now it's in your head. You're welcome. Let's pan. Okay, that took forever. Man, this is some heavy sands right here. Super heavy sands. Must be that damn Ohio Buckeye dirt. I think I've got it as best as I can. There it is right there. A lot of flour gold. All right, here is the second pan of the -60. Here we go. Whew, and there it is. The second batch. And here it is, the last batch of the -60 +110, thank God. That's the best I'm going to be able to do it. And we are done with the 60. I will quick Photoshop that, and then I'll repan, and then we'll move on to the plus 60. Yeah. So we've got 4 more left, and I'm going to take a break because I think I've been in the garage for 2.5 hours, and all I've gotten done was 110 and 60. So I'm going to take a break, and then when I come back, we'll work on the plus 60, and hopefully it'll get easier as it gets bigger. But I have a feeling every one of these are going to be difficult. Yeah, we got a ways to go. This is going to be one of those marathon videos, I think. Somewhere out there, there's a guy named Brad holding a bucket, just laughing his ass off, thinking, look at that groovy goof hunter panning my pay dirt, thinking he's all that, and he ain't shit. Okay. And I'm back. Now, where was I? Yes, plus 60. I already forgot where I was at. So we will start with that much. Here we go. And that is good enough. Not as many black sands as I thought there would be. Phone shot, and we'll move to the next batch. And here's the next batch. That's probably the best I'm going to get it. There it is. Lots more small, super tiny flakes. No photo shot of this. You've seen what it looks like. I'm just going to jump to the next batch. Okay, this is the last pan of the plus 60. Nice bit of gold there. And that is it for the 60 mesh, the plus 60 minus 40. I'll go ahead and do a photo. I can't even say photo. I want to say phono. What am I, 1920s? I'll get a camera shot, my phone shot of this, and then we'll move on to the 40 mesh. And now we are on the 40 mesh, and there it is. A lot of that as well. Half of this is full of 40 mesh. Wow, this is mostly silver. Look at this. So much so there was only one piece of gold. One pan later. So we only got 2 pieces that time. I'm not getting a whole lot of gold out of the 40 mesh. I need to check my snuffer bottle. I'm gonna go ahead and suck those up, move on to the last bit of the 40 mesh. That is good enough. Let's tap this back. See if we got anything. Oh wait, I think I see one. Yeah, one piece. Well, that sucks. One speck, there it is. This is going to be the difficult part. It's going to be the time consuming part, let's say it that way. Because looking at my 10 mesh, and I'll pan down to it, there's the 10 mesh. And I don't know if you can see, but there are tons of garnets in there. And then in this one, there is also some garnets, but there's also that pyrite that I've been seeing throughout the entire pay dirt. Okay, and here is the first batch of the 20 mesh. right, so let's just do this. Let's tap this back. I see a piece of gold. Look at all those garnets. Garnets and pyrite. Garnets and pyrite. There is a buttload of garnets and pyrite.
With one piece of gold.
All right, so there it is. The one lonely boomerang piece of gold. That's a really cool piece of gold. We will get a phone shot of that. Well, now I know why it's called the Witch's Brew. All right, here's pan number 2 on the 20 mesh. All right, that's good enough. Can't compete with all of them garnets. Darn it. 2 pieces. Another phone shot and we'll finish off the 20 mesh. And here is the last batch of the 20 mesh. I do not think I have any gold, and I am correct. We have no gold in the last batch of the 20 mesh, so that does it for that. Okay, now what, Heath? What are you gonna do now, smart pants? Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what I'm fixing to do with all of this. Here's what I've got so far. I just don't think that's a gram yet. There should be some more in my 10 mesh, but I think what I'm gonna do the rest of the night is I'm gonna pull out the 20 mesh because there are thousands of garnets in there. I wanna pull those out, and I'm not gonna do that on camera. It's gonna take too daggum long, and that's it. I'm gonna go to bed. Then I'm going to go to sleep. Yeah, I'm gonna finish this tomorrow, but this pay dirt's taken me a long time because I started on this yesterday. Just classifying it took me 2.5 hours. Yeah, very time consuming pay dirt, which is a good thing if you don't buy a lot of pay dirts and you want something to get into a meditative state of gold panning away from all the BS that's out there and all the horse shit that you're hearing from people and work and whatever your issues are. We'll pick this up tomorrow. And welcome to the Groovy Meditation Minute with Heath. As you sit here watching, take a nice deep breath. Sit back, relax, and stretch. Enjoy each breath that you take as you deeply breathe in and slowly exhale. This has been the Groovy Meditation Minute. All right, guys, welcome back. It is the weekend. Didn't have time to finish the pay dirt last weekend, so we're going to finish it this weekend. Let me show you what I did, though. I did this earlier today. The last one that we panned out was the 20 mesh, and all we have left is the 10. But I wanted to show you this. I wasn't able to get 100% because basically I got tired of separating it. But at the same time, it was a mission of mine. So that was what was in the 20 mesh. That is all pyrite, and that is all garnets. 20 mesh garnets. I separated. Brad's bucket. Didn't think I'd do it, did you? This is all we got left right here. Let's pan it. Since this is all that is left, and since I had so many garnets in the 20 mesh, there's going to be some garnets in here too. We've got a lot of 10 mesh, so I am going to pour a little bit at a time. I can already see garnets everywhere, and I'm not going to film it, but I'm going to separate the garnets from the pyrite and all that crap with this as well. So let's pan what we got. Now what's difficult is trying to pan the material from the garnets and stuff. So most of the rocks that are lighter, I'm going to get those off first. All right, that's enough. I'm going to pan this back, see if there's any gold, and then I'll pick all the garnets out. Yeah, look at all those garnets. Tons of them. No gold. Oh crap. Okay, so after all of that time, it took me to pull those garnets out. All right, let's pan this back. Oh, wait, I think I see a piece of gold caught in between all that mess. Is it there? Yeah, there it is. Looky there. Awesome. Whew, God, I've spent so much time on garnets and pyrite, I forgot about the gold. Oh my God, this is such a pain in the butt. I am so tired of picking out garnets. You saw the little ones that I picked out. There's big ones too, and they're not any easier. Okay, that's enough. Let's pan it back. Oh wow, I think I see some gold. Very weird looking gold. Oh yeah, looky there. So amongst all of the pyrite and all of the garnets and all of the other stuff, look at that. We've got more gold. We got 4. That is cool. Let's get a really in-depth phone shot with that, and then yeah, we'll talk after I clean all this stuff up. So let's take a look at this. I'm already on 3 times. That is a strange piece of gold. We're gonna go 10 times. It's like a strip of gold. I've never seen one that looks like that. There's another one. Yeah, 4 pieces, but that piece of gold right there is very cool, very unique. That's awesome. And then I'll zoom back out and let you see all the garnets and others that I got to pick through. So that should take another 30 minutes. But I'm going to suck that up and we're done with the panning. But after I get everything sorted, we will look at everything that came out of that pay dirt bag. And it was a lot. Out of all of that, the only thing that was in there, besides a couple pieces of some like tiger's eye and stuff, it was garnets, pyrite, gold. So I got the garnets, pyrite, gold separated. I'm gonna let that dry. We'll take it upstairs. We'll look at all of it. We'll get a value of the gold because there's no value in pyrite. We will see you up there. All right, guys, we are in the room and let's look at this gold from Brad's bucket. Very odd looking pieces of gold. So let's get a phone shot of it and I'll give you a better look at the gold and then we'll weigh it. Here is the gold. I will zoom in. Super shiny and trippy looking pieces. That is faux show. All right, so I'm going to show you these real quick as well. Look at all those garnets. There is a piece of peridot in there, a couple of tiger's eye pieces in there, but that's 99.9% 10 mesh and up garnets. And then that tray right there is 20 mesh to 10 mesh garnets. Lots of freaking garnets. Look at all those garnets. So here is the gold tray. We will zero that out. We are on grams, and here comes the gold. 1.150 grams of gold is what we got. Nice return. Now let's get on the gold calculator and get a value and an ROI. So let's put in the numbers. Right here we got 1.150 grams of gold. We'll call it 24 karat natural plaster gold. Very pretty gold too that I got. Gold prices. This is October 25th, 2025. $4,112.95. Still over $4,000. That's awesome. We'll calculate $152.07. I paid $125 for it plus $12.19 for shipping, which gave me a grand total of $137.19 is what I paid for it. Shipping was free. So we'll put that in. $137.19. $152.07 is the value. We'll calculate. You know where this is going. 110%. Just an awesome pay dirt. Now let's get a couple things straight. That witch's brew was a bitch. It was hard to pan. What was harder about it was there was a lot of magnetics, a lot of black sands, all that stuff. Very, 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 very fine gold. I repanned that stuff and re-sluiced it 4 times. It was very hard to pan. The garnets that were in there, I showed you all of the garnets that I picked out of that. There was a lot of tiny ones. The pyrite, ugh, I hate pyrite, and he put a ton of pyrite in there as well. So anyway, there it is. There is your review of that very hard pay dirt, the Witch's Brew from Brad's Bucket, the 1 gram guarantee. I did get my 1 gram plus some, and I got a heck of a return, so it was worth it. When you get more than what you paid for it, it's always worth it. And that does it for this video of Brad's Bucket pay dirt. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, also the like button, share button, notification bell, all the buttons I always ask you to hit. It helps my channel, and it costs you that much. And you might get some gold out of it if you subscribe. Ask the 2 previous people who got some gold from me for nothing. I gotta pay for shipping. I bagged it. I'm fixing to ship it tomorrow. Free gold. And all you gotta do is subscribe. Comments, questions, leave them down there. And as always, peace and love. And I'll see you on my next video. Bye.